Here we go. Oh, there you are. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. It's like the Michelle squared. I love it. What could be better on a Tuesday than two Michelles? I can't. No, I can't think of anything. Like, this is the highlight of everyone's week. Oh my goodness. Michelle, thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. So you are in Canada and I'm in Southern California. Don't you just love technology? It's pretty awesome. Yes. Would you take a minute and just briefly introduce yourself?
I'm Michelle Rogers. I live near Edmonton in Alberta in Canada, and we're under a foot of snow already. So I've been involved in network marketing probably 9.5 years. My background is I'm a high school science teacher. I haven't done that since my daughter was born. I found network marketing, did really well with it, became full-time with it, and started earning a multiple six-figure income with that. And so I've been in the industry for years, loving it, and just being me. Like, I'm a science geek. I love research. I love clean, healthy living products. And I'm a mom of 2 kids of my own, and then I have 4 stepkids. So we are a blended family with 6 kids. And I also love helping people with parenting and their blended families too.
Oh my goodness, you are like speaking to my heart. I don't have a blended family, but I am passionate about helping mamas really just love being mamas and really speaking to that. And I think that's what, if I'm guessing that's what drew you to this industry, because I also come from teaching. I was an elementary school teacher, and as awesome as it is, it's exhausting and the pay is little, and by the time you get home, you're spent,
you're working
right?
Evenings and weekends, and you're lesson planning, and you're carrying the weight of all your students and their issues and whether they're okay. And it's so much invisible work, I would say, a teacher has.
So true. Oh my goodness. I feel like that's a whole other interview. We could go into that and speak to those mamas and those women, because it's a lot of that. So take me back 9.5 years ago. You're in the classroom. What was it that drew you to this industry? And then we're going to jump forward to where you're at right now.
And I was facing going back to teaching. We made the difficult decision for me to stay home, and then we went off. So in Canada, you get mat leave for 12 months. And so then that was over, and we were like, what are we going to do? We can't quite make it on just one income. So I had started a bunch of different businesses, like everything from baking cupcakes to keeping people's books, like you name it, I was doing it. But my friend shared with me a product, and that's the door I went into network marketing with. It helped my son a great deal. I went to an event and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is a legitimate business opportunity. I thought network marketing was kind of like a little hobby, that you have on the side, maybe earn a couple $100, maybe cover your product for free. I had no idea that you could earn a 6-figure income. And the speaker that was speaking just really inspired me. He was a professional. He actually promoted like professional boxers. This guy like worked with fighters and had productions on HBO and things like that. So for me to see someone that cool doing it, I was like, okay, well, my I'm too cool can take a hike. This is a legitimate business opportunity. Like, that guy's way cooler than me. And if he's earning a multiple 6-figure income, then why can't I? Like, I just got to be consistent. So that was the way I came in. And then I just became immensely passionate about helping women step into their greatness, like be confident and successful and have a tribe and a community. Like, I would say that's what we've always been really good at, me and my business partner, Sandy, is creating a community where women especially feel safe. They feel seen, and there's just no drama. Like, so we just really protect that. And with that, it started to grow and become bigger than I could have ever imagined. Like, I'm a teacher. I thought I would always earn about that much money. I had no plans or no vision even of earning a 6-figure income with network marketing, but I knew that I could do it, having seen people go before me.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. That is, I think a lot of people have this stigma with network marketing. And when you see somebody like what you said, like this gentleman who promotes these boxers, all of a sudden it really does shatter that stigma. Like, wait, just one second. This is absolutely possible. Okay. So let's take a little leap. One thing that I have heard from your story over and over again that has really just touched me, the money's great, all of that stuff, but a true leader is somebody who is not just in title. Like, that's great, you've reached this title, but when you and your business partner recognize that, okay, maybe financially your personal business is doing great, it's awesome, but what separated you guys was you recognized that your team was not winning, and that was not okay with you. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because it just moved me the first time I heard that. I think I had to rewind and like listen to that again. Like,
Yeah.
wait, did I hear that right?
So I was
So
like
tell
the
me
top
about
influencer
that.
in the whole country in my company, and things were good. I was clicking along, you know, just like enjoying my business. Never stopped working. Like I never stopped having a bigger vision, but I had this big healthy paycheck, and I felt that I had gotten complacent. And I kept saying to my husband, like, why am I stuck? Like, why am I not recruiting like I used to? And then I wasn't even seeing what was happening with my team because we have such a good culture. Everybody was happy, but it was more like a book club. You know what I mean? Like people weren't moving forward, but none of us really noticed because we were all happy with our community, and we just thought we should be grateful for what we had. And it wasn't until two of my best girlfriends decided that they were going to leave and come over to social retail. And I mean like ride or dies, you know, like your soul sisters that you could move a dead body with, I always say. Like, girls, something really bad happened. You can't ask any questions. We need to move a dead body, and they would have been here. And of course, that's just joking, but it's like that level of friendship. And so when these girls were leaving my team, one, I was just shattered. Two, I was like, okay, like I never fought them. I said, I love you and you need to do what's best for you. And you're right. You've been stuck for a really long time. You have tried everything. We've been working on this for 5 years and you're still at the same position. And you're right. So then as she was getting off that call, she probably gave me the biggest gift she could have ever given me. And she said, but Michelle, what about this girl? What about this girl? What about this girl? And she started listing off my biggest leaders that were most active, that I would say still were having some growth. And she's like, where are their promotions? And I was like, okay, bye. And I got off the call and I was just like, oh my goodness, like, how could I not have noticed this? And I went straight to my computer. I looked at their paychecks. I looked at their pay lines. I dove into their business and I was like, oh my gosh, even my biggest leaders are stuck. What has happened? So I set up a conversation with Justin Prince privately. No one knew. Me and my friend Sandy were the only ones. And we started really delving into what social retail is, why it's different, why people are winning here, whether or not it would be like a flash in the pan. That was one of my biggest concerns. Also, whether the products would measure up, because I'm really sciencey and I'm really picky about what goes in my body and in my house. And so I was just blown away when the deeper that I dug into social retail. One, the more safe I felt for my girls that were going. And the more I started realizing, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to make the scariest leap of my life, like walk away from a multiple 6-figure income and start at zero, like start over. And like, honestly, I asked Justin, I'm like, is there a buyout? Like, I've heard rumors. And he's like, sorry, friends, like no buyout. There's no buyout. You got to start at zero. And that's the way it is. And I was like, holy crap. Okay. So I sat down with my husband and I'm like, I need to do this. Like, my girls are so stuck. They are inches away from quitting. They are feeling exactly the opposite of what my passion is. They are not lit up. They are feeling second guessing their own ability as leaders. They're losing confidence in our marketing plan. And that's the opposite of my mission on the planet. And Kelly, my husband, bless his heart, was like, I've seen it all. I've seen the opportunity. It looks good. And I know you need to stay like with your purpose and in integrity to your reason for being here. So let's do it. And we just like took the leap. It was literally, honestly, Michelle, scariest decision I've ever made. Like, I've gone through divorce and that was scarier than that. Like, it was terrifying, but I knew that I owed it to my girls. Like, they all look to us for the leadership of like, is it going to be okay? Is it going to be okay? And we had reinvented programs and all kinds of stuff, trying to get ourselves unstuck, and nothing was working. And I knew that they would die on their swords for me. Like, I knew they would, because that's the community we had. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't, I have to take the leap. And, you know, lots of them followed, and they are all literally, I get messages probably multiple times a week right now with people crying. I get emotional about this, being like, thank you so much for taking this leap. Like, you know, XYZ, I'm able to contribute to my family right now. I can stay home with my baby. I feel confident as a woman again. And that is why I do this. So yeah, it was worth every ounce of worry and anxiety and fear.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so we'll both be in tears here in just a sec. I've got like chills and the whole thing. Just to hear your heart and your passion is it rings through every single time I've heard you share this. And I think it just blows me away. It blows me away that you and Sandy are like the epitome of leaders. You're willing to do the hard thing because it's what's best for not just you, but really what's best for everybody first and foremost. And yeah, it's going to be good for you too. It just thank you for being that kind of leader. We need women and leaders like you, and I think that's what is attracting so many to social retail, and one of the differentiators between us and kind of that typical network marketing structure. So in your research, what was it that really was kind of like that linchpin that you were like, okay, no, this is how my team is going to win. Like this component here is so completely different from what I've seen before. This is going to be the thing that allows them to win.
I feel like it's a combination of, first, we have results-based products. And so we're allowed to share results. We're allowed to be honest about what the products are actually doing for us. That is like first and foremost. These are clean, well-researched, patented products that are, you know, they're not comparable. Like you can't go and buy them on a shelf somewhere. Like they are incredible. So that was like number one for me. Like I needed to see the research and all that. Number two was just how much the customer wins. You know, like the combination of the 15% off when they have 8 items in their cart, the fact that they get $10 off for their first order, the fact that they can refer and get up to 25% back on whatever their friends order. Like what? It's just amazing. And I had built my whole network marketing business on the whole idea of like, you know, sign up for the discount and then you can, you know, get some money back and cover your product for free. But people didn't like giving their social insurance number or their social security number for you guys in the US, or, you know, like signing up. They just wanted to refer a good product and get benefited. And I had never seen a model where they could do that without signing up. And of course, eventually people want to convert their shopping dollars to cash. So lots of them do, but you don't have to. You can just continue to be a happy customer and refer, which is amazing. So I think the customer winning was huge. And then the discount code on the social retail side, I love that because that's how people are consuming right now. Like influencers are sharing discount codes about everything, and I don't buy anything full price anymore. Like if someone hasn't given me a discount code, I'm Googling to find like where's the discount code. Do you know what I mean? So this is how people want to consume, and so we might meet them where they're at with really good clean label products and discount codes. And oh my gosh, this is the last thing I would say is so different with social retail. The system itself is so simplistic that I launched like 100 and some team members in 1 month. So I was like, oh my goodness, like poor people who sign up on my front line, like how are they even going to survive with, you know, because lots of new people came over, like people that had never been interested in network marketing wanted to do social retail with me. And I was like losing sleep over, am I going to start them successfully? Like I've got so much on the go right now. But you guys, like the system here, they get 120 days of social media content. They get in 20 to 30 minutes of watching a series of videos, they're trained, they have their apps, they have the discount code, and they have all of their social media content. So then I would go check on these people, be like, oh my gosh, how's Shannon doing? And I would go, look, well, frick, she's already bronze. Like, what? She's just doing it. And this is a system-driven business, whereas where I was a leader-driven business. So a lot fell on my shoulders of creating resources, flyers, events, you know, like just on and on and on. So I got caught in management because I had to keep the infrastructure of my giant team going. Whereas here, I get to just shine my light, have results, and get customers of my own and get team members, new team members all the time, because you know, I'm excited about it. And so, and they can start successfully. So somebody who has never or doesn't ever want to do team building, you'll probably accidentally do it anyway. You'll come in on the customer side, which that's another cool thing about it. You don't have to build a team. You can have a massive paycheck with just a customer base. And I have lots of people who do that. But what I'm finding is, like, over time, because they're sharing their excitement, people are like, can I join your team? And so they're getting team whether they wanted to or not.
Right. Totally, totally. Oh my goodness. Yes to all of that. I'm like, yes, yes, yeah. It's just so simple. So easy. You said something that I was like, oh yeah, and now of course I forgot it. Oh my goodness. But I totally agree. Like, it is so incredibly simple. And to honestly be able to say, no, if you follow what we say, you will be successful. Like, you will see that success. It's super. Do you have people? I love when someone promotes and they're like, I don't know what I did. I was like, no, just keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Like, advancements, and I think
okay,
maybe ultimately this is like the secret sauce of it all, is that it's fun because people are winning. And where we had the community and culture, so that kept everybody, and everybody loved like the personal development we did and who we were as a team. But we didn't have the fun anymore because people were not winning. And like, this is fun. Like, winning is fun.
It so totally is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so last question is, I also came from another company, left it, started from the beginning, started over here, and there's this mentality, I feel, within network marketing of, you join a company, you die with a company, like you are there forever. And as you and I both know, that's a fallacy. You do not need to stay. And what advice would you give the Michelles like you and I out there who battled with that thought for whether it was a day or a month or a year, going, I can't leave. I built this team. How do I do that? How do I even, like, it seems disloyal to even look somewhere else. Like, what advice would you give that woman who is exactly where we have been?
It's so simple, but first I want to honor everything you're going through in your decision, because it is like, as a leader, we carry people's dreams and their vision and their hopes, and that's a big responsibility. And I had a team of like 1,500 people that loved each other. We had cried together, grown together, shared our childhood traumas together. Like, of all teams, like, for me, I get it. Like, I get it. Walking away was the scariest. And I think that's why my nervous system was so jarred in the decision. But ultimately, your loyalty needs to lie first with your family, and then with that single mom that you see on Monday morning that says, can you help me? Like, am I able to actually earn $1,000 a month here? Because we can't keep the lights on. Like, I'm going to cry. I've been a single mom. I literally have lived below the poverty line, to the point that I didn't know where diapers or groceries were going to come from. So my responsibility is to that woman who actually needs me to help her, not to a product, not to a company, not to anybody else, but the woman that I promise I can help. And ultimately, when I got honest with myself, I couldn't look her in the eyes over in my other company anymore and say, I can help you do that. I couldn't anymore. So how could I stay? How could I stay? Now, that doesn't, I'm not taking away from how heavy the decision is. I get it. I know. I just did it in September. And it is a big monumental decision. But within weeks, you're going to realize you made the right choice. You are walking in integrity again, and you can help your family in the way that they deserve, first and foremost. And second, your team. You can honestly help them again, because I feel like the network marketing model is now broken, and it's not any company's fault. Those are good products and good companies and good people. But what's happened is people have changed the way they want to consume. And for anyone to catch up to social retail at this point, it will take them years. And do you want to sit there waiting for years while your team is slowly dying out and feeling like lacking confidence in themselves as women or men, while you're waiting for your company and being loyal to your company? Or do you want to bring them somewhere where this has been, like, guys, this has been thought out for years. They launched this years ago. So we have worked out the bugs. Like, social retail is like fully running here. And we're just about to launch social retail 2.0. So as good as you think it is now, it's about to get better. So anyone who's frantically trying to catch up, like, I honor them. I do. I know they have good products. Other companies do. But guys, like, be loyal to your family and your team. Like, it's the scariest decision and it's going to take a lot of courage, but with great risk comes great reward. And you and your team will be rewarded over and over and over and over again. I can promise you that. I've seen it. So trust our certainty while you don't have it. And if you're feeling burned out, this was my biggest thing. I was like, oh my God, I can't do it again. I was so burned out, you guys. And if you're in network marketing, you're probably burned out too. It's exhausting managing a declining business. So I would say to you, like, just, it's not the same over here. It's different. Things happen in a fraction of the time. It's fun, exciting. It's obsessive again. Like, remember that time years ago when you used to wake up thinking about your business and go to sleep thinking about it? You will have that here. It is like, my husband even said, he's like, I have never seen you like this. And so, like, it has lit a fire in me again. And, you know, through these Black Friday sales, even, like, I just feel like I'm alive again. I feel like my passion in life has been restored. And I didn't realize how numb I had gotten as a leader and how autopiloted my whole life was becoming. Like, this whole social retail model, you guys, it's as good as we're saying. It is as good as we're saying. It's probably better than we're even being able to relate right now in such a short period of time.
Yeah. Oh, yes, to all of that, Michelle. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you for just being vulnerable and being willing to try something different. And I just am blown away again by not only your leadership, but what you and Sandy have accomplished in such a short amount of time. Like, it's just exactly what you said. You can do so much more, so much faster here. And the great thing is, you guys are not the only ones winning. It happens over and over. In fact, as we're talking, we're getting these notifications, and I guarantee you it's like, so-and-so just promoted, so-and-so just promoted. So, like, that's just what it is. It's like constant, and it's awesome. So thank you so much, Michelle, for your time. And if you're listening to this and this has just hit you in some way, whether you are in a business and it is exhausting to be in a declining business and it's frustrating and it's isolating, we would first and foremost say, we understand what that's like, and we know what it's like to feel like you're alone in this and you're kind of keeping it in because you feel like you have to. You don't have to do that anymore. There is an answer and there's a better way. And whether this is something that Michelle said has resonated with you, and reach out to one or both of us, ask us your questions. And I would just encourage you to find out the answers for yourself. Don't do what I did and just assume that every network marketing company was the same. They just sold a different product. So it was just like stamp and repeat. It's just slightly different. They just have a different jacket on. It's vastly different. And you owe it to yourself to really just do your due diligence and see. And if it fits, awesome. If it doesn't, that's totally awesome too. We're happy for you. So thank you again, Michelle. Have an amazing day.
Okay,
and
thanks, Michelle. Bye.
Will talk to you soon. Bye.